what a beautiful day. It's like 60 degrees outside, 65 in November. I like it. I like it. So, you're probably wondering, if you follow the channel, what the hell is going on here? Well, here you go. We're building a motor. This is not the 408, okay? This is just a junkyard 6.0 that I bought a long time ago that nobody wanted to buy for like 400 bucks. So we took it apart. We cleaned up all the cylinder walls with a dingleberry or bullhorn, whatever you want to call it. This one has a couple scratches there, but you can't feel it with your fingernail. Cleaned it all up. Painted it some cool colors, yeah. But we got some used pistons that actually look pretty good, pretty clean, not bad for a junkyard build. We got some rods. We took it all apart because Miller's engine has the crank for it that's getting polished, and then we got to drop the stuff off so he can balance it all and we can all put it together. My baby's been collecting dust because we blew a head gasket. Woohoo! No, I'm just kidding. Well, no, not kidding. I did blow a head gasket. Here's the 5.3. It looks mint. So we have some oil, some metal in the oil. Not a lot, but there was enough to worry me, right? Because I don't want to keep running it like I usually do and just discard the engine and then just go buy another one, right? We don't want to do that anymore. You're trying to be, you know, let's try to start saving some money here. So took it out, lifted the head back here. I think it's this side and the back. Lifted the head back here, so it was getting some, you can see here, that cylinder piston is super clean because there was water coming in. It wasn't smoking a lot, but it was really only under boost. So I haven't been driving it. Took it out. Now we're going to inspect it, and if hopefully it's a cam bearing issue or whatever it is, we're just going to throw new bearings on it for cheap and put it back together, and then I have a spare motor, you know what I mean? Because this thing still had 100 psi of oil pressure even with metal in it. This is an LY6 that came out of a van that overheated and cracked a couple pistons. Looks good, everything's good. I took the cam bearings out. I got new ones in the house, not here, but like even these didn't look terrible. But you know what? Let's just spend the extra $400 or $500, get it balanced, and throw new bearings. You know what I mean? Why not? And then let's just put it on and go make, you know, 800 horsepower like we used to do. So hopefully this one will last longer than others. The 408 is still getting built right after New Year's. Once everything comes down, we're going to drop it off for Miller's, and that's just going to be like, hey, whenever you have a chance, no rush. And we're going to put that on eventually with twins. We're going to run 6762s from VS Racing and see where it goes from there. Hopefully it'll make some jam and it'll stay together longer. You know, because that's an issue here. Shit don't stay together longer. But that's because I keep buying junkier stuff. So also, if anybody wants to buy an LS3 intake manifold, it's for sale. Just the intake manifold, no fuel rails, no nothing on it. Let me know. DM me. Clutch, not even phased. Hell yeah. Just a little heat marks there, but nothing bad. Now, we're going to take that off the stand because it's not going to be touched for a bit. I'm going to put this one on so we can test. We can check to see where the metal's coming from. Hopefully it's like a lifter or oil pump gear or something, because that would be amazing. Alright, that was a pain in the butt. Let's drain the oil. I don't remember if, I think I left the oil out, but we're going to find out. Oh, never mind. That's gonna take a while. The weird part is there's no metal in this one. Just gotta, so I blew the head gasket, drove it home. It wasn't really overheating, it was like 210, 218, but it was running a little rough. And then I did an oil change, saw metal. Did like 2 more oil changes with like 20 minutes of idle time, and there was more metal. And now this one has about 20 minutes of idle time, I think it was, and there's no metal. That's weird. Regardless, motor's out. We're gonna put the 6.0 in there because it's just, why not? You know what I mean? A couple $100, put some bearings, let's throw it in there. We got a bigger motor. This 5.3 has amazing oil pressure. Still had 100 and something psi oil pressure, like 6,500 RPM. So we're just gonna go through it. If it all checks out, we'll put it back together, save for another rainy day or whatever, you know what I mean? All right, I'm gonna sit you guys down and put you in a time lapse real quick so I can take the rest of the stuff apart and hopefully we can find something. Let's go. Alright, so it's hard to say where the metal came from. I took the motor all apart except for the rods. I didn't take them out yet because I don't want to mess with them. But I'm pretty sure this is a brand new milling oil pump, high pressure, standard volume, I think it is. I think the metal was coming from the oil pump because I just took the oil out and there's no metal. So it's weird. Look at this. I don't know if you can tell. Look at all the marks. But look at this one. So this one's even worse, the cover. So I'm gonna say that's where it came from. I mean, there's some wear in the cam bearings up there. So it could be, you know, both. I'm gonna take the rods out too anyways, just to make sure. If I see any of the rods just being chewed up, obviously the mains are chewed up too, but we're gonna see what, you know, we're gonna see what's up. So as you can see, rod bearings look good. Cam bearings, I know I'm not supposed to look at them, but that side has more wear than any of the other side. I mean, I may just put new ones. They're cheap. They're like 40 bucks for some cheapies. So, well, I couldn't help myself. So, took the crank out. Mains are destroyed. So, crank is gonna need to be polished, and we're just gonna throw some $25 rock auto bearings, and we're just gonna throw it back in. But you can see here, this looks bad. Oh yeah, they all look like this. The crank though doesn't look terrible. So a quick little polish, standard size bearings, and we'll throw it out. Somebody was in this motor already because all the rods are numbered, not even in order. Like that's 4-3. This one has a 1. They're all numbered. So somebody put Gen 4 rods on this Gen 3 5.3. So we're gonna probably rebuild this one too, but way cheaper than the other 6L that I'm doing. We're just gonna throw some cheap bearings. I already have cam bearings for this, sealed power or whatever. So we're gonna do the same with the rest. Throw it back in, call it a day. Stay tuned. We have this thing right here. We're gonna do something cool with that. Stay tuned for the next video on that one.